The gods frequently waged war, with the unfortunate result that all living creatures on Earth had been destroyed. Zeus decided it was time to restore Earth to its former splendor. He sent for Prometheus and his brother Epimetheus, both titans, powerful giants who lived on Earth.
Prometheus and Epimetheus, I have a task for you. What do you need, Zeus? Go to Earth and fashion new men and beasts.
How will we do this?
When you arrive at Earth, simply go to the river. Use the clay on the banks to create the mortals, both human and animal. You'll find it works well. As you work, you can give each creature's gifts to make it swift, strong, and whatever traits you see fit to come through.
The brothers journeyed to Earth and began to create many creatures. As was his nature, Prometheus took great care, crafting each man in the image of the gods. Epimetheus created the animals, working as quickly as he could.
Why are you so slow, brother? Look, what I've already created in half of the time it's taken you to make the other mortal.
Good work takes time, Epimetheus. Men deserve to have the best.
Unfortunately, Prometheus was so slow that Epimetheus used up all the good gifts on the animals he created. They could run fast, see far, and hear from great distances. They also had warm coats of fur, while the men were left to shiver at night. Taking pity on his creations, Prometheus went to Zeus for help.
Zeus, my people are carefully crafted, but they need warmth and a way to prepare their food. Won't you share the sacred fire with them?
You must think I'm a fool. Fire's for the gods, not for the mere mortals. Now get back to work.
Prometheus returned to Earth, but he couldn't stop thinking about the fire. He knew he'd probably be punished, but he felt responsible for the creatures he created. Prometheus snuck up to Olympus, stole an ember from the fire there, and gave it to man, warning them to never let it die out. The fire not only kept mankind warm, but also kept the beasts at bay. Before long, the men learned how to kill the beasts and cook their meat. The smell of the roasted meat drifted to the heavens, alerting Zeus to Prometheus' betrayal. He summoned Prometheus to his court.
You have disobeyed me, Prometheus, but I have a proposal for you. Have the men share whatever delicious meat they are preparing with me. Then perhaps I will let them keep part of the meat for themselves, among with the fire that you stole from me.
Prometheus returned to the mortals and gave them careful instructions.
Zeus wants a portion of the meat you are cooking. Here's what I propose. Butcher an ox and divide the meat into 2 equal portions. Put the fine meat in one sack with the entrails on top. Put the bones in the other sack with the fat on top. Then I'll give Zeus a choice. With some to your fortune, he may choose the wrong sack.
Soon Prometheus returned to Zeus with an invitation.
Zeus, the men have prepared 2 portions of the ox. You don't have the need for all of it, as you said. Why don't you come to Earth and choose your portion? The men can keep the remains.
Indeed, when Zeus examined the sacks, he assumed that the good meat lay underneath the fat, and chose accordingly. He was furious when he realized he'd been duped.
Oh! Prometheus, you have tricked me for a last time. You are to be bound in chains at the top of Cassius Mountain. Every day, an eagle will come down from the sky and consume your liver. By night, your liver will return to health, providing dinner for the eagle the next day. I have another punishment in mind for your precious mortals.
Until this time, all mortals were men. Zeus decided it was time they had a woman and called Hephaestus to him.
Hephaestus, I want you to create a new mortal, intended after a goddess rather than a god. have all the help you need to bestowing gifts on her. Just call her on the other gods as you needed. This will be a worthy project. I can make a wonderful creature, Zeus. But don't make her perfect. The mortals don't deserve perfection. I understand. I won't displease you.
Hephaestus called upon the gods and goddesses to help in the creation of the first woman. Aphrodite gave her beauty and charm. Athena taught her cooking, weaving, spinning. She received many great gifts, but Hephaestus tried to strike a balance, bestowing upon her the gifts of lion and sea. Zeus called up Prometheus to his throne in Olympus.
Zeus, how can I serve you?
Actually, I have a great gift for you. The gods and goddesses have fashioned a woman to be your assistant on earth. Her name is Pandora, and you may take her with you on your return. This clay pot is another great gift, but neither you nor Pandora can open it unless given my permission. Don't provoke me.
Prometheus was immediately enchanted with Pandora's beauty and skills. Prometheus had warned him to be attentive to Zeus's tricks and to refuse any gifts he might offer, but Prometheus could only gaze on Pandora in wonder. Finally, he decided to marry her.
Pandora, I don't want to share you, but Zeus has made a gift of you to the mortals, but you will become my bride.
I'll be your wife, but I want to find out what's in the clay jar.
Pandora, you've heard what Zeus said. We are to never look inside it without his permission.
Surely a little peek won't hurt.
Before Prometheus could stop her, Pandora broke the seal of the jar and lifted the lid. Out flew all the blessings of the world, returning quickly to the heavens. Following the blessings came the plagues of the world: envy, fear, greed, vanity, old age, sickness, and others. Pandora slammed the lid on the jar, but it was too late. The mortals began to suffer these miseries immediately, while Zeus observed in disgust. Only one blessing remained in the pot, and that was hope. This is why today all of mankind has only hope to counter all the challenges they face from birth to death. Meanwhile, Prometheus continued to suffer with his continued punishment. Many years later, Hercules passed by while on his quest for the golden apple.
Prometheus, what has happened to you?
Zeus is punishing me for taking fire and giving it to the mortals.
How can your punishment be broken?
It seems I am stuck here until someone breaks my chains and takes my place.
I can break your chains, and I think I can deliver someone to take your place. But first, let me ensure that the eagle will no longer torment you.
Hercules quickly shot the eagle with his arrow. Known for being the strongest man in the world, he then tore apart the chains. Hercules then brought Chiron, the centaur, to take Prometheus' place. Prometheus expressed his gratitude to Hercules by telling him not to put the golden apples on his quest or he would die. Only Atlas could put these apples of immortality. Of course, Zeus observed all that transpired, but he allowed Hercules to free Prometheus. Nevertheless, he had one last punishment. He commanded that Prometheus forever wear an iron ring, complete with a chip from the wall of Caucasus. Prometheus was finally free, but he would always be linked to the mountain.